And so my question is always, this big example of how to best use trauma-informed principles. You take something as simple as being released from your job. Most people have been released or let go from their job on a Friday. And is that the best humane way to let an employee go? Excuse me. So if you let someone go on Friday, they're stressed out for 2 whole days over the weekend about what they may do next. So I really don't like to let anyone go beyond a Wednesday. Wednesday terminations allow for people to contact unemployment. It allows them to immediately start their job search, be able to talk to people, get their resumes in front of people, network, et cetera, immediately, so they don't have that downtime. And then you also have 2 more days for them to be able to call HR to ask about benefits, to ask about additional questions that they wouldn't have the opportunity to ask about on a Friday. So you really eliminate some of the anxiety, some of the worry. You're there to support them during those first 48 hours and beyond. But it really is a more thoughtful process to be able to let people go when they have time to continue to talk to someone at the organization, should they have questions or concerns. And then finally, just a quick example of how I've most recently been able to use the learnings from the Conscious Ambassador program and learnings in our work with Growing Home, the urban farm. We had an incident where an employee who is not the manager of the team presents a letter on behalf of his whole team requesting an increase in salary for the team. So in traditional HR, without using these principles, you would treat the incident like a labor organizing activity, which includes steps to protect the organization. That is just laden with conflict and adversity, because it's now us versus them scenario that's not productive and not helpful and does not support the trauma-informed principles. Using those trauma-informed principles in human resources, we're like, let's take a different approach. Let's meet with the team to understand the request in the larger context. We can then educate to fill any gaps in understanding or knowledge, which there were quite a few, because again, the employee was new. So salary ranges, the designation of certain positions that were being compared, salary philosophy and the history of salary and compensation increases in the history of the organization. So then we thought, well, now we have an opportunity to improve our orientation processes to provide additional transparency on the performance and salary bands and even the career paths. So maybe we didn't do a solid job in that area. And so that gave us an opportunity to improve that, and then to reinforce empowerment with the historic team that, yes, you can answer this person's questions, discuss what you've experienced and what you know when people have questions, being able to utilize all the community communication avenues for support. That includes HR, employee engagement committees, suggestion emails, all of the things that we provide for the employees. And so it was a much better outcome using those principles to support that employee and that team than had we gone the traditional HR route. So I'm really excited to be a conscious ambassador, and I thank you for your time.